Hello learners, in this unit Fairs and Festivals in India, we will now focus on major festivals of India. In this video, we shall discuss about the prominent festivals of India, and also we will study the role of festival tourism in Indian context. Learners, you know that India is a country full of vibrant holidays and festivity. Whether it's a Hindu celebration, Islamic holiday or regional festival, you will find that there is almost every day, every week, some events are being celebrated in India. Indian festivals have always drawn travelers from around the world, not only because of its colorful celebrations and vibrant participants, but also they are a great way to have meaningful experiences with the local people and to see the country and experience the joyful atmosphere. Now let us first understand the different types of festivals. The first category of festival is national festivals. They connect us as people of a nation. National festivals connect citizens to important moments of a nation's history. And in India, we have Republic Day, our Independence Day and Gandhi Jayanti. They solidify patriotic spirits in the society and community celebrations across the country takes place. The second category of festival is the religious festival. Religious festivals are very much relevant for specific religious communities. In simple terms, we all agree that religious festivals help us to teach the principles of ethics and values and practice our traditions. All religious festivals focus on the message of peace, tolerance and understanding. On these occasions, we express our gratitude to God and remember the mythological events that are associated with a particular festival. Religious festivals are number of them in India: Durga Puja, Ganesh Chaturthi, Janmashtami, Christmas, Eid ul Fitr, Vasant Panchami are some of the popular religious festivals of India. After understanding the importance of religious festivals, now let us focus on seasonal festivals. Seasonal festivals reflect respect and harmony of people towards nature. These festivals are important because they are related to agricultural activity. The community should respect the mother nature and acknowledge its blessings before taking away its gifts. Makar Sankranti, Baisakhi, Bihu, Pongal and Tej are some of the celebrations to mark the harvesting season. After this, we have the tourist festivals. These festivals attract tourists and create a feeling of festival tourism. Tourists are attracted by many elements, the most important of which seems to be interesting, the exotic culture presented during the events. Besides, tourists want to attend festivals of vibrant atmosphere, meet people of similar interest and learn about the local culture. So we have lot of tourism festivals like Konark Dance Festival, Desert Festival, Tea Festival and Mango Festival, which promote the cultural diversity of India. So learners, now we have understood that there are different categories of festivals that are celebrated in our country, and now I will focus on the major festivals of India. In this video, we will discuss some prominent festivals and also we will focus on its mythological origin of the festivals. These festivals are related to a specific region, season or maybe they are part of the religion of people. Now let me first take you to Northeast where we celebrate Bihu. People of Assam, irrespective of caste and creed, celebrate 3 Bihus. In all these 3 Bihus, they are connected with each other. Bhog Bihu is celebrated in mid-April. Second in line is Magh Bihu, observed in mid-January, and the third one Kati Bihu in mid-October. The most celebrated one is the Bhog Bihu. It focuses on the coming of the new year in the Assamese calendar. Magh Bihu is basically related with agriculture. It is observed and celebrated when the paddy crop is harvested. Kati Bihu is celebrated on the last day of the Ahin month of Assamese calendar. This is also known as Kalangi Bihu. It is a time when almost all the granaries are empty. On this day, people perform rituals in the midst of paddy fields to wish for good paddy crop. Now, let us move to southern India, where we have the festival of Pongal. It is celebrated on the first day of the Tamil month of Thai, that is mid-January. It is a 3-day festival. The first day is called Bhogi Pongal. On this day, people clean and whitewash their houses, and in the evening, community bonfire is conducted. Surya Pongal, the second day, is marked by women preparing rice cooked in milk and jaggery and offering them to sun god. The third day, Mattu Pongal, is dedicated to cattle, and lot of offerings are presented to the deities. The horn of the cattle are polished and flour is hung around their necks, and then the celebration takes on. Now let us move to the northern part of India, where we celebrate Makar Sankranti. It is celebrated in mid-January. This marks the beginning of Uttarayan, or the half-year-long northern position of the sun. It is celebrated in Tamil Nadu and Andhra Pradesh as a 3-day Pongal festival, and in Karnataka and North India as Makar Sankranti. Kite flying is a special feature of this festival, which is generally held in the cities of Ahmedabad and Jaipur. Now let us move again to northeast, where we have the Losar festival. The Tibetan New Year is also known as Losar and is mainly celebrated for 3 days in late January or early February. Marked with ancient ceremonies, the festival represents the struggle between good and evil. During this festival, people chant and pass fire torches through the crowds. Events like the dance of the deer and amusing battle between the king and his various ministers are cheerful events that are hosted during this festival. Losar festival is characterized by dancing, music and a general spirit of merrymaking. Now let us move to a vibrant state of Punjab, where we celebrate Lohri again in mid-January. It coincides with Pongal and Makar Sankranti and focus on the accumulation of winter. It is believed that this is the coldest day of the year. Community bonfires are lit. Traditionally, families gather together and as an occasion to celebrate, and lot of activity in the villages takes place. Rice flakes, popcorns and sweets made from jaggery and sesame seeds like gazak and rebri are distributed and tossed into the bonfire. I hope, learners, you have observed Holi as a festival. It is a festival of color. On this day, we all use colored powders and water are sprinkled by people on each other. This is a spring festival which falls in the month of Phagun on the day of Purnima, generally in the month of March, and it has a story related to the ancient traditions. One story about Holi concerns Prahlad, son of an evil king Hiranyakashipu. Hiranyakashipu demanded that everyone should worship him as a god, while Hiranyakashipu's own son Prahlad continued to worship Vishnu. Hiranyakashipu took number of measures, and as a result of it, to oppress Prahlad. Ultimately, Prahlad's aunt Holika, who was basically gifted with divine qualities, entered the blazing fire with Prahlad with the intention of burning the prince. However, it was Holika who was later burned to ashes, while Prahlad came out of it safe due to divine intervention. Therefore, one day prior to Holi, there is an event of bonfire which symbolizes the burning of Holika and the destruction of evil. In terms of tourism, the Holi of Braj, that is Mathura Vrindavan region of Uttar Pradesh, as it is traditionally associated with Krishna's childhood and stories of Radha Krishna is celebrated in a big way. Lot of international tourists visit the destination at that point of time, and similarly during the same time at Anandpur Sahib in Punjab, we have number of festivals following Holi marked by battles, mock battles, archery and contests by sects of Sikh community. So there is a lot of celebration that takes place across India in the month of March. After Holi, now let us move to a colorful festival of Rajasthan, which is known as a Gangaur festival and is enjoyed by tourists. It falls a fortnight after Holi and is celebrated for 18 days in honor of goddess Parvati by the women folk of Rajasthan. Offerings are made to goddess Parvati, and the festival is considered as an auspicious occasion for young people to choose their life partner. During the festival, images of Gauri, which is the other name of goddess Parvati, and Shiva are taken out in colorful procession. So there are a lot of activities including display of wonderful firework. After Gangaur, let us now again move to southern India in the state of Kerala, where Onam is celebrated. It is celebrated in the Hindu month of Sabna on the day of the Shravan Nakshatra. Onam is Kerala's major festival. According to the legend, King Mahabali practiced lot of spiritual activities and became all powerful. Vishnu took the incarnation of a Brahmin, Vamana, and asked the king to give him all the land he could cover in 3 steps. The king agreed. At this, Vamana grew to superhuman proportions, covering the earth and heaven in 2 steps. Vamana asked where he should place his 3rd step. Mahabali offered his own head and was pushed into the word of the divine. So, in this festival, again we focus on the power of the super being, the ultimate god. According to the legend, Mahabali was allowed to return to his former kingdom once in a year in an invisible form. Onam is celebrated to assure that King Mahabali visit the land and people are happy and prosperous. So it's a 4-day festival. Every house is cleaned and decorated in preparation for King Mahabali's visit. Auspicious saffron color clothes are presented to friends and relatives. And it's an important activity because Portraits Festival is also organized, which is a prominent tourist attraction. After this, let us move again to a festival which is practiced by people from all religion, which is known as Raksha Bandhan. It is celebrated on the Purnima day in the month of Shravana, generally in July and August all over India. Girls tie colorful rakis or thread of silk around the wrist of their brothers, including cousins. In returns, the brothers offer gift and pledge to protect their sister. So, on this day, Brahmins and Purohits also tie rakhi on the wrist of their jajman. So, this festival is also popular among a lot of young tourists and they enjoy observing the celebrations. Now, let us move to a very important and prominent festival of Maharashtra, which is Ganesh Chaturthi. We all know that Ganesh is an elephant-headed Hindu god who is worshipped for his ability to remove obstacles from the life of his followers. Although Lord Ganesha is a beloved deity all across India, the city of Mumbai holds a particular love for him and throws a huge festival in his honor every year. Ganesh Chaturthi is a 10-day festival that celebrates the birth of Lord Ganesha. During the festival, huge handcrafted statues of Ganesha are displayed in pandals or temples throughout Maharashtra. The city is full of pandals and celebrations related to Lord Ganesha. Throughout the festival, each status is given offering and celebrated with religious rituals, and on the final day all the statues are carried to the ocean and submerged. Placing them in the sea symbolizes that Lord Ganesha leaving the earth and returning to the heaven. After having this spectacular celebration of Ganesh Chaturthi, let us move to Navratri or Durga Puja. These are celebrated in the month of Ashwin, which is generally in September and October. These are again a 10-day festival for most of the Hindus in India. First 9 days are celebrated as Navratri. The Navratri festival of Gujarat, with its music and dance, specifically Garba, are of exceptional appeal to tourists. Saptami, Ashtami and Navami forms famous Durga Puja celebrations of Bengal, while the 10th day, known as Vijayadashmi, is observed as Dussehra in different parts of India. People in Bengal immerse Durga statues on this day, and this leads to end of the festival. Again, Dussehra is celebrated in various parts of India in different ways. The concept behind the celebration is the same, that is victory of good over evil. In terms of Durga Puja, we all know that it is the largest festival that takes place in West Bengal, and it focuses on the victory of goddess Durga over the demon Mahishasur. During this festival, large statues of goddess Durga with her 10 arms are created and placed in temples and pandals, and again the entire city is full of celebrations and festivity. Learners, you all have enjoyed and experienced Deepavali, which is a festival of light. Generally it falls 20 days after Dussehra on the Amavasya night of Hindu month of Kartik, which generally falls in the month of October and November. Coinciding with the approach of winter and sowing of winter crops in many parts of India, people celebrate the return of Lord Rama to Ayodhya after 14 years of exile. In South India, the Deepavali commemorates focused on basically number of celebrations. In Bengal and other parts of eastern India, Kali is worshipped on this occasion. Deepavali marks the beginning of a new commercial year for many businessmen who finalize their old account books and open new accounts. Practically every village, town and city is illuminated with earthen lamps, candles and even electric bulbs. Lakshmi, the goddess of prosperity and wealth, is worshipped. There are certain celebrations in the Jain community also 10 days after Deepavali as a part of Moksha celebration of their 24th Tirthankara, Lord Mahavir. So, after celebrating Diwali, we now let us move to the next important event towards the east, which is Chhath Puja. Chhath Puja is a traditional puja activities which is devoted to the worshipping of the sun and is traditionally celebrated by people of Bihar. Chhath falls in the month of October or November. Again, Chhath assumes a joyful and colorful form as people dress up their best clothes and gather around water bodies to celebrate. Lamps are lit and devotional folk songs are sung in the honor of Chhath Maiya. After sunset, earthen lamps or diyas are lit in the courtyard of houses and people fast and perform worship of sun. Now again, after celebrating Chhath, India is a country where we have lots of festivals. So we will move towards northeast, where we have the Hornbill festival. The week-long Hornbill festival of Nagaland is the biggest cultural extravaganza in northeast and is generally held every year in the first week of December. It is a festival to revive, protect, sustain and promote the richness of Naga heritage and traditions. All the Naga tribes get together for a week-long celebration of their cultural and traditional lifestyle and showcase their age-old traditions. So, these were some of the festivals which are celebrated by mass number of Indians. And then now let us move to some religious specific festivals. Let me now first focus on the Islamic festival. The first such festival is Eid ul-Fitr. Eid ul-Fitr marks the end of the holy month of Ramzan. during which pious Muslims fast from dawn to sunset. It is celebrated on the first Rabi ul Alma of Arabic calendar. This festival is commonly referred to as Sweet Eid by children, where sevaiyas are offered to all. It is a day of celebration, fasting and wearing new clothes. People offer prayer at Dargah and lot of charity is given to poor, and children receive gift on the day of the celebration. The second Eid is the Eid ul Zuha, which is also popularly known as Eid ul Azan. It is called Bakra Eid. This commemorates the sacrifice of Ibrahim. Ibrahim was ordered by God to offer his son Islam as a sacrifice. Ibrahim blindfolded himself and devotedly carried out God's instruction. However, when he removed the cloth from his eyes, he found that his son was alive by his side, and instead a ram lying on the sacrificer altar. God then commanded Ibrahim's trust. A sacrifice of a goat or ram is made by each Muslim family, symbolizing Ibrahim offering and faith in God. Eid prayers follows with lot of festival activities, and there are a lot of celebrations that takes place. However, there are certain festivals which focus on the martyrdom. So, in Islamic festivals, we celebrate Muharram. It is a solemn occasion which commemorates the martyrdom of Imam Hussain, grandson of Holy Prophet Muhammad, along with his followers at Karbala. On that day, taziyas made up of bamboo are carried out in procession, and also a horse representing Imam Hussein's horse accompanies the procession. Now, in terms of the other festivals that are celebrated, we have the Sagadwa in Sikkim. Sagadwa is famous for mass dances, and the festival exhibits elegant colors, richness and diversity. On this day, the people of Sikkim, especially the Mahayana Buddhists, gather in temples and pay due honor to the Lord. They light up lamps, and the ceremony is followed by a grand celebration which consists of monks who move to chant holy scriptures in the procession. Now, in the state of Tripura, we have another celebration which is known as Karachi Puja. It is a worship of 14 gods of Tripura and is celebrated in the month of July and August. 14 deities are carried to a river, bathed in holy water and brought back to the temple. So, people are offered various prasads which include both sweets as well as goats, and other cultural programs are performed at night, and a large fair is also organized on this occasion. In the end, we would like to discuss the Christian festival of Christmas. The birth anniversary of Jesus Christ, 25th December, is celebrated by Christians in India. Church services take place, singing of carols, that is religious songs, exchange of gifts and lot of social activities. This day is again observed by giving charity to the needy, and homes are decorated and lot of celebration takes place. Christians also observe Good Friday in the month of March and April with church services and singing of songs in memory of the crucifixion of Jesus Christ on this day. A long period of fasting and prayer also is associated with Good Friday. Another important event is Easter. The Sunday after Good Friday is a day of celebration for Christians. It is believed that Jesus Christ, who was crucified on Good Friday, resurrected on this day. He then continued to preach to his followers. Christians hold church services and celebrate the occasion, visit friends and relatives, and Easter processions are also taken out. Among the Parsis, Nowruz or the Parsi New Year is an important festival. Worship at Parsi fire temples is followed by again lot of exchange activities among groups of friends and relatives. In Buddhism, we have the Buddha Jayanti. It marks the anniversary of the birth of and enlightenment of Gautam Buddha, all of which occurred on the same day according to Buddhist tradition. Buddha Purnima is marked by chanting of verses from dawn to late night and ceremonial offerings at Buddhist shrines. These celebrations are noteworthy in Sarnath near Varanasi, at Bodh Gaya in Bihar, and in different parts of Ladakh. So, learners, in this unit we have studied about various festivals which are associated with different states of India. So, in Gujarat we celebrate Uttarayan and Navratri. In Karnataka, Mysore Dasara is very important. In Maharashtra, Ganesh Utsav, Gudi Purva. In Punjab, Lohri and Baisakhi. Rajasthan, we have Gangor and Tej, and in Tamil Nadu, we have Pongal. So, we have a number of festivals, and it helps us to promote tourism. It helps to develop an image of the destination so that people travel towards the tourism activity. As a result, they select their itinerary and plan their tourist behavior according to the various festival activities. So, in this video we have learned that tourism is directly linked with various festival activities. Festivals help the local people to conserve their cultural traditions, provide them an opportunity for economic growth, and attract global tourists from across the country. Thank you.